you. This time we have Winston coming in here hot, so let me go ahead and flip over to there.
You were first time in KO, admit it. You were first time again.
And hello, Winston. How are you doing?
I'm good. Hello.
That's fantastic. How does it feel to be able to have such a clean series for yourself, man?
Feels good. I think our last series wasn't the best. I think there was a lot of good things, but also some things we needed to work on, which we were able to address this week. But yeah, I think this week we had strong game plans going into the games. I think for the second game, obviously their comp had a lot of early options, whereas ours didn't, but we were able to play sides really well later on, which I'm really proud about, especially for my young solo laners. Just their ability to listen and be able to just continue to develop really well, which is just showing. So yeah, I think it was a good series, and I'm sure you'll see more in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta touch on game one, man. That pathing, was it personal? Because you went on a mission. You got red buff, went straight bot side, and just were ganks all around here.
Yeah, well, I mean, based off kind of the map state in which they presented level 1, it wasn't personal per se, but based off, the wards in which they showed, it was pretty predictable that they wouldn't actually have a ward covering their ball lane for that play based off where they put the wards level 1. So it made the gank pretty, obvious since I was able to identify it, and, making sure that I wasn't able to fall behind on Lee Sin, just ensuring that my ball lane was in a good state. So yeah. I think overall, my not only did my laner set me up in really good spots in order to, be able to succeed on those ganks, but as well, just good game plans going into the game, which resulted in a good, really strong first game.
Yeah. And you're a part of the first iteration of an IMT AOE org here. How is it been playing with? How's the team been, and how's the game's been going? Have you guys been meshing well and feeling that growing happening, or?
Well, obviously, in terms of kind of the roster construction, there's, although we are like a, we're under that, tier 3 within LCS org, and they're really facilitating us regarding the resources they're able to provide for us, which is a super awesome change, that I have going into this amateur split. That in terms of the individual players, there's obviously, in both Shochi and Anime Girl, they're both, really young rookies. It's their first, I'd say, serious split in amateur where they, get the opportunity to really show out with, strong pieces around them, able to facilitate their growth, as well as just make sure that they can undergo the best amount of growth in the shortest amount of time possible. So I think as long as they continue to really use their resources well, they should be able to develop into really strong players in the coming year. And also, just like for those two players, I haven't played with two rookies like in general that have been like really so motivated to learn in the different aspects of the game, just both with outside resources and resources in-house. So I think it's, they're both really really great up-and-coming players, and I hope they continue success and, continue that trend. And then in terms of our ball lane, I think Meech and Trevor are two players that, like, I've known them personally, and I think that they haven't been in situations for them to really flourish as players and as a ball lane. And, going into this offseason, after I kind of knew my situation in the competitive scene and knowing that I'd re-enter amateur and, want to make, that final mark and see what I can do, I know that they were two players that I really wanted to play with, since I know that they both are going to be players that I'm going to be able to rely on, are both really heavily strong into the game, and they're going to put their all into it, especially, with the situation they're now presented with. So I think this is a really good opportunity for not only myself, but all the players as well as the staff, who are all able to grow together. And yeah, I think it's just, a great team. We still have a lot to improve on, and we're not perfect yet. But yeah, by the time the end of this tournament comes, I think we'll be a really strong contender.
Oh, so the final form hasn't been hit yet, and yeah, I love every single thing that I've seen so far, especially because, like you said, IMT showing their support for you guys. It's apparent. You can go onto the Twitch chat. Every single time I've seen y'all play, IMT's Twitch account is actually inside of the chat, just cheering on the boys. I've been loving seeing that little bit of mitts up, seeing all that support coming your way. So that's fantastic to see. So for the fans who have been cheering on IMT AOE, what do you got to say for them to close us out? Because you guys still have one more game here for you guys to go into. Is there any thoughts that you have ahead of that?
Yeah. Well, obviously we'll do everything in our power behind the scenes in terms of our practice regimen and preparation going into the match. So, continue to support us. Cheer us on. We'll make sure we're always bringing good performances to the fans that you guys can be proud of. And yeah, there's just a lot of good upcoming stuff from players from the Great Lakes region, which we have a lot of, especially others. So I think there's a lot of talent here that can be further developed, and I'm excited to see what I can do with this roster. And yeah, just have another great split.
We'll have to see, man. Sky seems like it's the limit for y'all. Thank you so much, Winston, for coming in for the interview. With that being said, that is it here for us over here on the Unified for the Proving Ground circuit. Like my analyst said, Smats, make sure you tune in. We got Academy action coming at you for the rest of the week over here, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. And also, if you're looking for the Unified Proving Ground circuit, we got more action starting on Monday and Tuesday, so make sure you tune in, make sure you're followed, and make sure you're ready as the action doesn't stop. That being said, thank you all, and have yourselves a fantastic evening.